angels, it's Lookin Bratz, aka Dom, here with a new video, of course, and this is something that I've been looking forward to since I think November of last year, when news leaked or broke out, whatever you want to call it, that there was going to be a collaboration between Chucky and Tiffany. Well, all we knew was Tiffany, I think, at the time, and Monster High's Skullector sub-brand. And the time has finally come, and honestly, it feels half overdue, but half too soon. Like, I wasn't expecting this so soon. And it got revealed pretty suddenly, but that happens with a lot of Mattel Creations drops, especially with Monster High. Also, if you hear fans going on in the background, it's like 80 something degrees in my room right now, so I have fans going. I gotta cool off while I'm filming because it gets hot in here. Also, I'm wearing my Chucky and Tiffany shirt. It says, "See you in hell." And it has this really cute graphic. I got this from Spencer's, like, Halloween, like a year or two ago. And I love this shirt. It's so cute. I love the design. I am a huge fan of Child's Play and the Chucky franchise. It's been one of my favorite movies and my favorite, like, franchises for a long time. I love the movies, the show. I love the merchandise of it all. Like, I love Chucky, and I especially love Tiffany. So knowing that this set was going to come out, I knew that no matter what, no matter how I felt initially, I was going to have to get it. And I will say, as most people have with this release, I do have some thoughts about the designs of the dolls themselves. But I knew I had to get it. Like, it was kind of like a no-brainer. I didn't have another option. Like, these dolls had to be mine, and I'm glad I got them because they sold out within like 7 or 9 minutes or something like that of their drop, and they dropped very unsuspectingly. They dropped on a Monday, which was a little strange because every time they would launch something, it's usually on a Friday, so it was just kind of like random out of nowhere. But I do think it was the anniversary of Chucky or something like that. I'm not fully sure like what the reasoning was behind it. They had some sort of excuse or something on their social media, but it was it's a strange release. It came out of nowhere, but I expected it because all of the licensing that Mattel has done has been with Universal, like monsters and stuff, and Universal Studios properties. So they did Beetlejuice, they did It. Yes, they did It. They did something else, Frankenstein. They did Frankenstein. You know what they've done. Like, the Grady twins from The Shining. Like, they've done, like, a lot of Universal stuff. And I was like, oh, like, Chucky's a Universal property. So, like, I feel like there's a good chance we'd get Chucky. Plus, it makes sense because they are living dolls. And I'm so excited to finally have it. I was scared. I thought it wasn't going to ship. Some people were saying they got their orders refunded, but some of them were still getting them. Some people were scared that the orders were going to get canceled. And I ordered Elvira the day she came out, and I still don't have her, and it's like worrying me. So I reached out to Mattel Creations. I said, hey, is my order going to be processed? And they said yes. So I'm hoping my Elvira comes soon. This is my first Skullector release. I have no prior knowledge of like how the other Skullector dolls were like I know what they look like, I've seen reviews of them, but I've never owned them. And so I thought Elvira was going to be my first Skullector release, and it's actually now Chucky and Tiffany. But I don't mind because like these are the things I was looking forward to. I even tweeted back in like November, like I have like a little area of my room and I have like Chucky stuff, I have Elvira stuff. I manifested it. I was like, come on, like let's do it. Like, I want this. So I have them, but also I did want to show, and if you've seen my room tour, you may have seen I have the Livin Dead Ghoulz version of Chucky and Tiffany, and I do love this set. My box has been busted. I've had it for a good almost 10 years, I want to say, maybe like 9 years or so. When did this come out? Yeah, 2014. So I've had it for a good 9 years since it probably released. And I love this one. I will say it's a little bit more fitting, just I think like facially, like it's more creepy looking. Whereas the Monster High one, it's a mix between like cute and glam in a sense, and we'll see the Monster High one soon. I've never unboxed these. I never had a real desire to because I love the packaging design. but with the Monster High ones for this video, and also because I think they're going to look better out of the box, I'm going to unbox my Chucky and Tiffany Monster High ones. Maybe I'll display them with these. I just need a better spot because I'm running out of doll space here. And I kind of want to display it with, I have my Funko Pops of not Chucky, I have Tiffany. I have Chucky at the bottom because I want Tiffany at the top. So I have Tiffany and Elvira like above my TV, like if you see my room tour. And I would love to maybe add extra shelving there and adding the dolls there. So I might do that, but we're going to see how that works out. But enough talking. I think we need to actually get into the dolls. So again, I've never had a Skullector set before. I missed out on Greta Gremlin. I did want Greta Gremlin, but I didn't realize like at the time like how fast those releases were selling out. So I was like, you know, I missed out. It was okay. But I've gotten all of Haute Couture. I was able to get Elvira. I might be getting Gulak Skulia TBD. And now I have this one. I have this set. And I am excited for this one, even though I do have some issues with the designs. But I like this box design, and I know this is probably like the standard with the Skullector dolls. So it has like the two flaps here, and then you open it up, and then bam, we have the dolls. There is a plastic cover here, so it looks like this. I took it off because I've been taking reels of this box for an Instagram/TikTok reel. And I love the box design, I will say, but I don't like the flaps. I didn't realize like how hard these were to open. And I thought there would be something here to like hold the box together. So when I did my reel, I actually added 2 pieces of like circular tape at the top and bottom so that we could see the full front like this. But otherwise it just kind of like flaps open like that. And I'm not a huge fan of that. I guess that might be the standard for the Skullector dolls. I don't really know, but here on the inside we have the box itself. And if you've seen the movie Bride of Chucky, and if you haven't, please watch it. Like, it's fun. Like, I feel like Chucky, like the first 3 movies, of course, are like scary. It's like it's eerie. But then when you get to Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky, it is like more silly, but it's fun, and it still has like, you know, the frights in it. And I think the addition of Tiffany and Jennifer Tilly to the franchise was like the best decision that the director made. And I love the director, Don Mancini. He's been involved with the franchise the entire time he created it, and he's still working on it up until this TV show, except for the reboot. We're not going to get into the reboot because that's a mess. It was a good movie, but it wasn't like Chucky. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. But this is the set. And this is a recreation of the Bride of Chucky scene in which Chucky electrocutes Tiffany while she's taking a bath. So you'll see the bathtub in the back. And she was watching Bride of Frankenstein during that scene. So it makes sense that they put the Frankenstein doll. Do you see it? They put the Frankenstein doll there, the Bride of Frankenstein doll. And I think that's just so, so cute. And then there's the fishbowl here with the cracked glass. And it says, "Wanna play?" which is a reference to Chucky's catchphrase, like, "wanna play." So yeah, I need to unbox this for sure. And like this part comes out very easily. I like the packaging, like this part of it, because it looks like it's gonna be just very easy. I like how the design continues on the sides there. So yeah. And then we have the front, and these are the hand-painted prototypes of the dolls. Like the close-ups, I think it looks really good. And it's also a reference, which you can also see on the back of this box, to the original poster for Bride of Chucky, which was in turn a parody of the Scream 2 poster. And I love the Scream franchise as well, so we love the little trivia there. And then we have Chucky here, and then I like the little black butterflies because it adds kind of like that sort of like feminine feel to it, like, but it's goth in a sense. And then we have Tiffany on the side here. I love the way these pictures came out, I will say. And then there's like Monster High Skullector branding like all around. Not this side, sorry, Tiffany. And then on the back, it says Chucky and Tiffany. And I will say the logo placement, not my favorite. I do wish it was maybe like side to side or something like that. I maybe get it for the flap here because it might look weird if one side, it might look uneven, but I don't know. The way that the drips on the Chucky is also on the Tiffany, and the way that they're like above and below each other, I don't know. For some reason, I'm not a huge fan of that design choice, but that's such a small thing. But here we have it here as well. We have the heart splatter with the knife in it. And then it says Chucky, Tiffany dolls. It's a little bit of an odd choice. I don't know if I've seen a lot of Tiffany branded things, and I like seeing a Tiffany branded doll, like piece of merchandise, because usually it says Bride of Chucky, or it will say like here, like Bride of Chucky, or it'll say Child's Play, and then it'll be like Chucky and Tiffany or Tiffany. So it's interesting to see that sort of change up, that there's like no actual Child's Play branding, but there is the Chucky branding, so it makes sense. And it doesn't say Bride of Chucky's, but here it says Chucky Tiffany dolls, and it has like dialogue from the movie. If you've seen the scene, you've seen the scene. It says, "You're mine now, doll." And it's like, "I can't believe you turned me into a doll. What have you done to me?" And I don't know if I should, oh wait, no, this isn't the full dialogue. This looks like it's like the own dialogue from the dolls. Hold up, now we're gonna get into it. "You got your wish, and now you're mine now, doll. And you're mine." Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. "You got your wish, and you're mine now, doll. You're gonna have to love, honor, and obey. If you think for 1 second I'm going to obey you, your batteries are busted, Pookie. You got all dolled up for me? Aw, you shouldn't have, baby. Turn things up a notch with a white hot satin gown with a heart splatter print paired with an edgy black jacket and fishnets. With lipstick, 2 boots, and my clutch, I'm making that other blonde doll eat her heart out." I love the reference to that line. So in the truck, in the one scene, Tiffany's like, "Eat your heart out, Barbie," or "Barbie, eat your heart out." That was Jennifer Coolidge playing Tiffany. That's me as Jennifer Coolidge playing Tiffany, not Jennifer Tilly. And then Chucky says, "With me in my classic overalls and blood red kicks and my signature knife serving a new look, you and I are gonna paint this town red, Tiff. Oh, Chucky, you electrify me." It's cute. It's like, kitschy. It's fun. I like the way that they use dialogue to describe the dolls instead of being like, "Oh, in her edgy whatnot, Tiffany is doing this." It's more of like Tiffany telling you like what she's wearing, and Chucky telling you what they are wearing. I'm gonna use they them pronouns on Chucky because I don't know quite where to place Chucky, because in the show, if you watch the Chucky show, also let's get into the dolls here. Hello, dolls. In the show, Chucky, he's able to take on like different forms, like different bodies. He's taken on, you have to watch the show. He's taken on like multiple dolls, like dozens of dolls at one point. And he's able to take over Nika's body. And Nika is one of the characters introduced in the later Chucky films, like 2013's, was it Curse of Chucky? Yeah. It was Curse of Chucky, then Cult of Chucky, and then it was the show. You gotta watch those movies to quite understand that timeline there. But we've never seen Chucky in like this girl form, I guess, or maybe like more of like a gender neutral, if you've seen the show. So Chucky and Tiffany, for context, do have a child named Glenda, who then gets turned into 2 different children, Glenn and Glenda. So first starts out, it's sort of like a gender identity like crisis. I would say like gender dysphoria, would you call it, for Glenn and Glenda? Not knowing like whether or not they're Glenn or Glenda, whether they're male or female, but then coming to terms kind of like, like I'm both. And then in the show gets split into 2 different bodies and is played by Lachlan Watson, who I do love. I love them. And becomes Glenn and Glenda, like non-binary characters. And then in the show, Chucky's like, "My kid is queer, gender fluid."
Gender fluid.
So love that. Also, I think Chucky is from New Jersey, and I live in New Jersey, and I live close to where the show and some of the movies take place. So I always love that little connection there. I think Don Mancini's from New Jersey as well. So hey. But this is Tiffany and Chucky giving like a little gender neutral, gender fluid Chucky. Gender fluid. So I think I'm just gonna take them out of the box so that we can really get into them. So I'm hoping this box is easy to open and get everything out without damaging the packaging. So I'm just gonna go around. I'm gonna snip some plastic ties and hope for the best, really. So my Yasmin just fell, and I'm like, it's so funny. It's a little creepy, huh? I don't want to deal with her right now. She can stay in the corner. Her stand is kind of broken, so she's always like flying off. Or is she alive? So in the back here, there's a Mattel Creations certificate. And on it, it says it's the Chucky and Tiffany, obviously. Let's open it up. It looks pretty cute. So on this nice like cardstock paper, it says Mattel Creations, Certificate of Authenticity. And then it says Monster High Skullectors, or from the makers of Monster High Skullector, X Chucky and Tiffany. This certifies, the text is hard to read with the reflection. This certifies that your Monster High Skullector Chucky Tiffany dolls, why do they just call them Chucky Tiffany? It's kind of weird. Materialize through the collaborative efforts of designers and artists at Mattel. So this was designed by Rebecca Shipman. So if you know Monster High, you probably know who Rebecca Shipman is. She's one of the main people who's worked on Monster High throughout the years. We have the stands in the back here. They're just like plain black Monster High stands, very much like the regular Playline ones. I don't know why I'm being super duper careful with this package. Also, it was expensive, so I think I have every right to be super duper careful with wanting to preserve everything, but I'm like, wow, I'm like being like the most careful I've been in a long time with this packaging. Especially for like a non-Bratz doll. You know, I'm always trying to be careful with those Bratz packages. The collector ones, at least. All right, I think the dolls might just slip out. Okay, I think we got to clean. It's clean. That's a clean bathroom because it's soaked. Okay, now let's get these ties out. Can't forget her purse. All right, we've got Chucky and Tiffany out of the box, and I guess we'll go over Tiffany first because she is first up. So here's Miss Tiffany. I do have some thoughts. I do think she's a lovely doll. I think she's cute. She does have a hairnet here, so you can take the hairnet off. I like how, like, when Mattel dolls come with hairnets, like, it keeps everything, first of all, in place, but also... Oh, wait, it's tied in the back. Very weird. Okay, there's, like, a plastic tie in the back, so I got my nail clippers, and I'm going to clip it out. Free hairnets. I think hairnets are very useful if you're into doing doll hair, and you want to keep some curls intact while you're doing them. So, nice free hairnet. I mean, not free, because you definitely paid for that. If you saw the price of those, you pay for that. So here's Miss Tiffany. I like her hair. It looks really cute. You know what I would have loved? And you know what, I sort of see it now. Some weird decisions, I will say, just in my opinion. But I don't work in dolls, so I don't fully know like there's probably reasons behind this. So Tiffany is known for having like the bleach blonde hair, but also having dark roots. And so I was like, oh, it would be cute if they tried to ombre this out. But you can tell there was some sort of effort there with it because the scalp is painted like black and the rest of the hair is like that bleach blonde, but in the front it's not painted like up in the front of the scalp, but it is painted more towards the back of the scalp, which I think is interesting. But maybe it would have looked weird if it was painted black up here. Like maybe it wouldn't have looked the most natural, and it could have just made the doll look weird. She has these like basic-ish hoops, like hoop earrings. They're cute though, I like them. The face paint I do enjoy. I really do love her facial screening, and I think mine looks super good. I'm really like happy with mine. I'm impressed with mine. I always get scared with Mattel Creations dolls sometimes just because I'm like, I don't know what the quality is gonna look like once I get the actual doll. But actually, I'm like really digging this doll. She's kind of like fun. And yeah, I love her face. Her face looks really good. I think the makeup is on point. No complaints about the face, though I do wonder if there was a better face mold they could have used for this, because I do feel like Tiffany sort of has a softer-ish face, which then looks more aggressive with the makeup on. And I kind of wish they kind of captured that baby doll face while also looking like very sassy and edgy. But I do think she looks good though. Like not like no judgment fully there. The dress is okay. I have thoughts about the dress. I don't mind the blood splatter now that I see it in person. I think it looks better in person. I like how it's like hearts with a blood splatter, though I don't know. I also don't like the way that it's fitted. Like I think it could be a little bit more corseted around the torso here, and that would have looked a little bit better if it was tighter. The jacket I don't like. I hate to say it, but I do notice now it's like leather back here. I wish it was kind of leather all around. I wish it was a full-on leather jacket, because that's classic Tiffany. Like that's what Tiffany wears. She likes the leather jacket look in at least Bride of Chucky, from what I recall. I don't know if she was wearing the leather jacket as much in Seed of Chucky, but I think the leather jacket would have really looked nice. I'm not a fan of the poofy sleeves and the netting up here. It's okay looking, but it's not my fave, and I think it just would have looked better with a longer leather jacket. She does have her classic tattoo, which it says C here, and I understand like you can't put the real full name there, Chucky, just because it's probably too large to put in such a small spot. It's more up on like her collarbone rather than being like on her breast, and what she's known for is having it like on her breast. And Jennifer Tilly and Tiffany have larger breasts, we'll say that. So it you know, it looks a little bit more smaller there, I guess. Like it looks more natural there. Whereas it looks okay here, but I understand like Monster High doesn't have / isn't using like bigger breast molds, which I wish they would consider, or would have considered at least, for Tiffany and Elvira, because they're both known for having bigger breasts, just to put it quite plainly. And I think especially Elvira, which we'll get into when we get to the Elvira video, whenever my Elvira doll comes, but she's known for it. So it's like, I wish there was a little bit more like oomph in that area. But yeah, she's pretty cute. You know, the dress is okay. Not a big fan of the fabric. Like, I think the fabric feels a little bit on the cheaper side. Fishnets are okay. The boots are cute though. I do like the boots. Unless you had told me, I would not have fully guessed that this was a tube of lipstick. It looks just slightly questionable. It's a cute boot though. I do like it. I kind of wish they had painted the laces, and especially when you see Chucky's boot, I do wish they had painted their laces as well. I think for the price of this doll, they could have added more details to it. She's cute though. She's cute. Do I think for the price that you're paying, is she worth it? I don't know. It is a 2-pack, to be fair. You get 2 dolls with it. But let's do an overall analysis once we get through with Chucky. So here we have gender fluid Chucky. And I really do like Chucky a lot. I was pleasantly surprised because we didn't really know what we were going to get with the set. We didn't know if it was just going to be Tiffany. There was like, you know, little like whisperings of it would be Tiffany with like a miniature Chucky doll, sort of like how like in Bride of Chucky, Tiffany started off as a human before getting turned into the doll. So I kind of like this concept a little bit better. Though if we could have gotten like a Tiffany doll, like with the full scale, like it's Tiffany, but in Monster High form, I would have enjoyed that. Also, I do love Tiffany's painted nails. Like, I'm glad they kept that detail at least, you know? And you know what else? Okay, sorry, I'm noticing. I wish they had made her mole, her beauty mark up above her lip a little bit bigger. Also, we'd be 20. But it could be bigger. Let's be real. But it's okay. Like, or at least like a darker, like just like a little bit more paint in that area. Maybe I'll try to add it myself, if anything. But here's Chucky. Sorry, we're getting sidetracked. Chucky. So Chucky, also, they both have saran hair. Saran hair. Don't worry, they have saran hair, and I would expect saran hair from a Skullector release. Here's Chucky. Facially, I like them a lot. I like their face a lot. I know there's some complaints about the scars, and I do agree. I do think there could have been more scars. So if we do look at Chucky here, a little bit more scarring, maybe a little bit of a darker eye similar to this one, just to sort of like match the actual like the Chucky doll a little bit more. But I do think the screening, I think the sculpt looks really cute for Chucky. I do like the stitches. I kind of wish you got maybe a few more, maybe some up in the forehead around here somewhere. The addition of the knife as a hair clip, I think, is really cute and clever. I like that piece. I wonder if it's, you know what, I don't want to touch it too much. I don't want to take it out. I was thinking of like maybe trying to pose Chucky with the knife, but I'm not going to mess with it too much. But yes, I don't know if it, oh, okay. So are these new sculpts? I don't know. It says 2022 on the back. I know like usually the Monster High sculpts are like based off of like older sculpts, so I don't really know what these are based off of, if that's the case. But I really do love this sculpt. I like the nose shape. I think it's really cute. I think the eyes look good. Like, I'm really like into this face. And the skin color choice I think is also really unique because it is more doll-like. It looks more of like the Chucky doll in a sense. So I do like enjoy that, like that deeper-ish like tan, but almost like it like very much complements the hair color type skin tone. I hope I'm explaining that correctly. because I don't like, it doesn't seem like a more like natural skin tone. Like it looks more doll like a plastic, which makes sense because Chucky is a plastic doll. But here they are in full. I will say I love the outfit. I think the outfit looks really great. The collared choker here, like it's studded, you can't really tell. Maybe if they had painted it a little bit, just to maybe like silver accents to match the knife, I think I would have liked it a little bit better. Otherwise, it looks a little bit random to me. The shirt itself, I love the shirt. I think the construction of it looks good. The overalls, I'm surprisingly impressed with. I like it. It says good guys, obviously, because Chucky is a good guys doll. And it is like a crop sweater, so I think that's really cute. It kind of like feminizes Chucky a little bit more. We have the overalls, which are cute. I love like how it's cuffed at the bottom and we have like those little details there. It doesn't just look like a printed on like piece. It looks like a better, well-constructed piece. Buttons are real. And I do wish the pockets maybe had been real, but they do have like real threading there. So it's like sewn to look like pockets and it's not just like printed on pockets. So I do like that. And the shoes, they're okay. So it says good guys, or it says guys good. And it has like the stitching on it. And I do wish they had painted the laces white, just to sort of like bring it all together. Like, I don't know, it looks like they kind of cheaped out in that sense. The bottom though is cute. It has the little imprint and it says good guys, and then there's the blood dripping. And the bottom of Tiffany shoes don't have anything except for like that cute little detail of like actual shoes. But yeah, overall, I do like Chucky a lot. And somebody on Twitter, shout out to that person who's, I honestly forgot which user it was, but they pointed it out right before I filmed this video, is that Chucky actually has more scars, but you'd have to kind of go looking for it. So I probably would have found this if I was going to wash the hair. Honestly, there's not really any product in Chucky's hair, so maybe I'll give it like a hot rinse just to like flatten out these like topper pieces here. But I don't know, overall the hair looks pretty decent. I might add some water wax to it just to smooth it out. But okay, let's take off Chucky's overalls, and then you can see on their leg there's a stitch there, and I thought that was a pretty cute, clever little like throw in there. I didn't really expect it, especially because it's like something layered underneath the clothing, and I don't think with a doll like this, not a lot of people are taking off the clothing. So I think it's funny they'll add the detail in such an obscure place, but they won't add like details in like the more visible places. But I don't know what's up with that. with the logic of that. But honestly, like, really cute doll, and I do think they do complement each other really well. Oh, and also, let's not forget Tiffany's purse, because I totally forgot. She does come with a purse, which is pretty cute. It has, like, the black lips there, and it has, like, the black, like, drip coming, like, out of the purse, kind of like if there was blood in the purse, but it's black. And it's just, like, a cute little wristlet that she can wear. I do like the dolls. Can I say that I can justify the price? No. I would say no, but I can think of a few different factors of why these were, like, how much? These were like $90, I think. And when you add like the shipping and tax, I think it was a little bit more. So these dolls were pretty expensive for what you're getting. I think they are cool collector's pieces. I'm half shocked, half not shocked that they sold out so quick. But what I will say, what I think is possibly raising the price, is the fact that these are licensed characters and it costs money when you're doing like a licensed product. So there has to be profit for both ends. It would have to be Mattel and Universal. So there's some factors there to consider. I do wish they did a little bit more oomph, like a little bit more like zhuzh. They zhuzhed it up a little bit just for like this kind of release, because it is, you know, it's a major property. There's a lot of fans behind this property. I don't know how fans really reacted to this, and I'm starting to wonder if Chucky fans even knew about this. Maybe they did. Maybe that's why it sold out fast. But I'm like, did Chucky fans know? Because there was very little promotion from Mattel Creations. So I'm like, was there even like promotion on like the Chucky social media teams? Who knows? But I mean, hey, I'm just glad I got them because I wanted them regardless, no matter what. Did it cost a lot? Yes, especially with shipping and handling, but I'm glad I got them, and I got them in a pretty timely manner. They shipped out Tuesday, and I got them on Wednesday, so that was a really fast turnaround. Although I did order them like the week before, but it's okay because it didn't take 3 or 4 months to ship, almost 5 like my Elvira is. But overall, I do like them. I'm pretty satisfied with them. Do I wish there were some differences? Yes. Do I think they're fully worth the price? No. But I enjoy them. I'm glad I got them, and I'm glad I'm here reviewing them with y'all. But that's pretty much all I have to say about the Chucky dolls. And let me know in the comments, did you get these? Were you trying to get them? Do you want to try to get them on the secondhand market? I know there's probably a lot of secondhand sellers who are trying to like up the price. It's hard to avoid that, but you know, it happens, especially with these Monster High releases. It's, you know, yeah, it's a lot. I think my one complaint with the whole Mattel Creations thing is like, I think the distribution has been really horrid. It's been horrible. And I also just, you know, I feel like they keep pushing out these dolls, but they're not, because the distribution is horrible. It's like they have so much to ship out. There's so much like logistics, I guess, but it's like, why they keep pushing out the products, they keep pushing out release after release, especially with these sort of like exclusive G1 Monster High dolls. And I wish they would take more time to like, I don't know, maybe like flesh it out a little bit more, make sure the releases are a little bit more stable and that there's not a bunch of angry fans. And I'm glad I didn't have to be one of those angry fans, because I probably would have screamed if I didn't get these. But that's it. That's all I have to say. Let me know in the comments what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Follow me on all socials at Lookin Bratz. Hold the G on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. And go to lookinbratz.com. I almost forgot the last part. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye! Hey y'all, it's post-edit Dom, and everything's unboxed, of course. You watched me unbox them. Yes. And I did the hair a little bit. I was trying to, like, you know, fix it up. I did a reel with Chucky and Tiffany, like, you know, I wanted to, you know, make a moment out of it. I do think I am gonna like redo it again just a bit. There wasn't much product in it, which was nice, but I do want it to lay a little bit more like sleeker, and maybe it's not bad though. I will say it's not horrible. With Chucky though, I don't like how it's like bent in some parts just because of like the way it was like sitting in the box, but that's kind of like what happens with these dolls, especially with Saran hair, I feel. But maybe I'll like flat iron it a bit in these sections. But I honestly, I really am digging them, as much as I wish there were like certain like little improvements here and there. I like them. I really love Tiffany's face. I do think she's like a fun doll. I just wish there was a little bit more zhuzh there. I do wish the jacket was different. With Chucky, okay, I love their face, but I will say what I've been noticing that's been driving me a little crazy the more I notice it, is that Chucky's one eye just seems a little bit slightly too far this way. And I don't know, like, I feel like I look at it and I notice it just a little bit and it drives me a little bit crazy, but not, like, you know, not a deal breaker for me. Like, it's not too noticeable, but I do notice it just quite a bit. But I also love Chucky's face up. Like, I'm really into the faces. I do wish Tiffany's face was a little bit more like softened up with the dramatic makeup, but I still think she's really cute. I think it's a solid set. Again, the price is, you know, the price that it is. And I guess there's no fighting that. It's sold out, so people wanted it. People bought it at that price, so I mean, hey, Mattel knows what they're doing. Mattel knows what they're doing. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.